And in the wake of the horrific attack in Israel on October 7th, and now the sweeping and shocking anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism both here and abroad, we must not show weakness in the loyalties and allegiances between our two nations. As someone who took part in the QME, the Qualitative Military Edge process, as well as the Foreign Military Funds discussions in the most critical moments in support of Israel, I was with you. And now today, as a member who sits on the Intelligence Committee in the U.S. House of Representatives and as an appropriator on the Defense Subcommittee, I stand here with you. There are few people who appreciate the value of our shared interest in the partnerships between our two nations as much as I do, and there is no one more aware of the consequences of failing to ensure that mutual support between our two nations. In today's current environment, I think it's absolutely critical that all elected officials at all levels of government, and in fact in all governments, to include the UN, which has been shameful in their behavior of late, I would say, need to be absolutely 100% clear in their positions relative to Israel. They must either be hot or cold and not tepid. And if electeds are not supportive of the nation of Israel, you should be able to know that they are not, so that you are not inadvertently supporting someone who is surviving simply because of their double-speak. Those who are tepid should be spewed out when it comes to support of Israel. Israel has every right to defend itself and its homeland. Israel knows how to fight wars, Israel knows how to end wars, and Israel knows how to win wars. But Israel, and this is very important, must be given the maneuvering space to do so on her terms. And our president nor Congress should not make aid to Israel contingent upon any conditions that we see fit and that Israel does not. Right now, I've seen the data, classified and unclassified, and I've met with senior IDF officials, and I know with 100% confidence that Israel is conducting operations in Gaza with the lowest collateral damage and the fewest number of civilian casualties possible in modern history. At a time when Israel faces daily attacks from terrorist groups like Hamas and other Iranian tentacles whose one and only goal is literally to wipe Israel off the map, the good people of this country and the world must not waver. Israel is doing what any sovereign nation would do and what any sovereign nation should do. It's defending its people, it's defending its sovereignty, and it's defending its very right to exist. There is no difference between anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism. Consul General mentioned this. There is no white space between those two paradigms. All roads lead to Iran. All roads lead to the terrorist regime called the government of Iran, and we need to stop using this term proxy. We are all guilty of using this term proxy. We need to stop using this term so that we can achieve better clarity in this fight of good versus evil. They aren't proxies. They are all one in the same, and in the end, the responsibility and the accountability of these massacres and terrorist attacks lays squarely on the Iranian regime. The brutal execution of the American and Israeli hostages just recently is evidence of exactly what I'm talking about. Their deaths weren't accidents. They were not casualties of war. They were not victims of just collateral damage or something that happened on accident. They were victims of executions by terrorists. And failing to stand with Israel today and in this lifetime for any reason is akin to America's self-immolating on the global stage. There has never been a more critical and more precious partner to the United States in her 248 years than the nation of Israel. And that is very clear. It's very, as we would say, self-evident to me in that regard. Stability is, in fact, attainable, and stability, in my opinion, is actually good enough. Stability averts and deters wars and conflicts, But only with a strong U.S.-Israel alliance is stability achieved. Only through strength is stability achieved. We need to expand and deepen the Abraham Accords, and we need to end the anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism here and abroad. We need to prevent a nuclear-capable Iran and stop buying their oil, stop providing them the resources, and stop giving them their blood money. So today, as we honor Israel's heroes by reaffirming our unbreakable bond with the Israeli people, let's ensure that the most recent violence doesn't separate us, that it instead binds us closest together as we are here tonight for the sake of regional and global security. I want to thank you all for being here tonight, the honor to speak to you this evening. May God bless Israel, may God bless the United States of America, and may God bless our shared mission towards peace and strength. Shalom.